Alrighty, hey everybody, what's up? Okay, first we just want to welcome those who've already came. Norbert and Vincent and Woo Wubber, Freddy Bird and Alex, welcome. Yes, I know that you are excited. I'm sorry about that. And yes, Alex, I know that you're excited for this tier list as much as the Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network one, since you were definitely among the people who have sort of regularly recommended that I do this for the Disney television animation shows. And I'll get back to you in a moment. And Starfy and Starway, yes, but thank you for your patience. And Girlfriends Cartoons or Fran, welcome. And also we have, let's see, Moby Fan 12, hello. Yes, Cheetos, dangerously cheesy. Norbert's asking if I'm going to do one for the Disney movies. Yes, I have that in mind. And Alex is asking if there are any clarifications needed for some of the logos that I said I asked them. Okay, I think I'll be able to identify which ones, which shows they are, even though they don't show the full logo within the frames. Okay, and also the various Ed and YouTuber cartoon, yes, welcome. Yeah, guys, so it's been like 2 years since I did a tier list. The last one I did was for the Nicktoons, and yeah, this idea here, as I mentioned, has been long overdue. You know, since this year is going to be the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company as a whole, you know, doing this, it's part of the ways that I'm going to be celebrating the anniversary of one of the best entertainment and animation companies there is. Not to mention, this year is also the 40th anniversary of Disney Channel, and what would have been the 25th anniversary of Toon Disney as well. And Moby Fan 12 is asking what my favorite Disney television animation cartoon is. I will say that I'll probably go with maybe House of Mouse / Mickey Mouse Works, but you'll hear my opinions on that show and the other shows that you guys are mentioning as we get to the list. And just to make sure that you guys are ready, if you are, how about you put in a mouse emoji there in the chat. And Moby fans' favorite shows are Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls, and the 2013 Mickey Mouse cartoons. Great choices. And also, we have here Albots 3000 saying that Star Versus and Amphibia and are their favorites. Great. Okay, so Starfy, Vincent, and Norbert are ready. But before we do so, just going to have another little intermission as I set up the tier. the what's wrong with the music there, with that clip. But I hope you guys still enjoyed that Toon Disney promo. Anyway, a really good mix of the shows that were airing on that channel. Stuff that were canceled, stuff that were still sort of recent at that time, and several underrated Disney gems as well that I will definitely get to. And also there are movies as well. I want to make sure the music is playing. Oh, Dober says that he saw that bumper on some of the Disney direct-to-video sequels. That's awesome. Okay, so with this template here, I have to acknowledge that Alex was the one who recommended it to me. It's a tier list of cartoons, with the exception of the original Proud Family, which is somewhere around here, that are produced in the Walt Disney Animation Television Animation Studios. Includes all of the CBS, Disney Afternoon, ABC/One Saturday Morning, UPA, Disney Channel, JetX, Disney XD, and Disney Plus shows. There aren't any preschool shows or Quirks the Anime series here, which is okay because with the preschool shows, it's been a really long time since I've seen any of them anyway. Even recently they added PB&J Otter on Disney Plus, which is really awesome. Now all that's left for them as far as the Jim Jenkins preschool shows go for Playhouse Disney is JoJo's Circus and Stanley. And Quirks, I haven't seen an episode of it yet, but I know it's considered to be really good. That still lasted more than 6 episodes. Okay. Oh, let's see. Doraemon. Doraemon did air on Disney XD, but it's not a Disney creation. By the way, I did watch at least a couple of episodes of it the other night, Starfleet. Really enjoyed the one with, I think his name is Big G, getting drunk with power with Pete, with having his own pizzeria or something. Let's see. Anything else? Yes, a friend is saying that he always knew there was innocence on Mickey. Yes, I know he was more mischievous in the earlier days, and then they cleaned him up, and then, with the more modern cartoons, they revitalized his more rambunctious side. And speaking of Mickey, we got our first show here, which happens to be Mickey Mouse Works, which is basically just House of Mouse, but without the wraparound segments. And I don't know, I definitely have seen the shorts that originated from Mickey Mouse Works onto House of Mouse, so I'm judging by my opinion through that way that it is worthy of an S tier. I might be nostalgia talking, but this is probably my favorite iteration of Mickey and his friends. Although, as far as seeing Mickey Mouse Works in its original iteration goes, I don't know, it's pretty sort of lost in time, similar to how with Driven Evil, you can't really find much recordings of it in its original format. Even though, of course, the episodes of Billy and Mandy and Evil Concardi aren't lost. Like how the segments of House of Mouse that were originally from Mickey Mouse Works, they aren't necessarily lost, but seeing them in their original format sort of is. But I remember, I think Jason, a cartoon fan, uploaded at least one full recording of Mickey Mouse Works as it originally broadcasted on ABC. So yeah, we got our first S tier. Next, so we have Bonkers, which I have not seen a full episode yet, aside from the theme song. Although there are still some things I know about it. For one, it was supposed to be a Roger Rabbit series, and also I know that there's the I know with Bonkers, originally he was paired up with this woman named Miranda, right? That was like earlier in the production, but then later they changed Bonkers' partner with that guy, forgot his name. But I believe they sort of mixed up, they didn't air the episodes in production order. I may be wrong on that. I think you might be more knowledgeable on Bonkers than I am, Fran. So feel free to give me some more clarification. But yeah, I haven't seen Bonkers yet. And Norbert's saying that we're starting off with an S-tier show out the gate. Not bad. Yeah, I agree. And Moby fans saying that the only episodes of Mickey Mouse Works that didn't re-air on House of Mouse were Minnie Takes Care of Poodle because it was bad, and Poodle gets the paper, the Vendimacy one. Yeah, that's right. I know that. I believe I have seen Minnie Takes Care of Poodle. From the little that I do remember about it, it's not really, well, it's understandable, but maybe not too dark. And Wakia, that's the name of Bonkers' partner. Thank you, Fran. And yes, he's voiced by Jim Cummins, just like Bonkers himself. Don't worry, Albot, 3000, I'll get to Gargoyles in a moment. First I'll talk about the Aladdin TV series. Okay, just want to let you guys know that a lot of these shows here, they fall under the category of, yeah, I did see them during my childhood, but it's been ages since I seen them and haven't made an attempt to rewatch them yet, so I'm just going off of the best of my memories of when I saw them ages ago. And Aladdin, the TV series, which for some reason is not on Disney Plus yet, I remember liking it. So, you know what? I'm just going to maybe give it a B tier. Maybe if I rewatch some episodes of it, I'll give it an A tier. Who knows? But I don't know, my guts are telling me give it a B tier right there. And my thoughts on Dan Castellaneta's performance as the genie. Also not as good as Robin Williams. Of course, the genie sounds pretty much like Homer Simpson because, of course, but I don't know, it wasn't bad. At least we had Gilbert Gottfried return as Iago, as always. I still think that if Iago were to return, maybe Rob Paulson should take over based on his excellent performance as him, impression of him in one of the episodes of his Talking Tunes podcast. Okay, next we have Gargoyles, which came out during the height of Batman the Anime Series' popularity. Disney wanted a sort of dark and gritty cartoon that took itself seriously, that both the adults and the kids could appreciate, and I saw some episodes of it on Disney Plus recently. By recently I mean almost 2 years ago, and yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And I don't know, some of you may hate me for it, but I'll probably give it a B tier. Like, among the most memorable episodes of it are, of course, the one where, what's his name? Broadway, you know, the one voiced by Bill Fagerbakke, like, he's playing around with a gun from the police officer lady, is it Alicia? Yeah, I think that's her name. Yeah, and then he accidentally shoots her. Like, a good message on how to not carelessly play with guns. But of course, that episode was controversial. But yeah, Gargoyles gets a B from me. Let's see. Yes, R.I.P. to Gilbert. At least we have Iago reuniting with the genie, the original voice to be exact. And yes, Vincent is pointing out that Goliath from Gargoyles and Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog are played by Keith David. Yes, he's an amazing voice actor, and of course, this is not the only Disney cartoon he's in, but we'll get to that later. Next we have the Still Comes to Me Funny Cartoon Show, which came out after Gargoyles. Well, technically it came out before, because the segment on Marsupilami before it spun off into its own thing. Yeah, I do agree that maybe it's trying a bit too hard to cast in on the Ren and Stimpy Show's success, but honestly, I like Still Comes to Me themselves. They have great designs. Like, the show has great art styles going for it. Maybe it's a little bit safe compared to Ren and Stimpy's deranged animation style, but you know, it wasn't that bad. But this is my opinions based on the Still Comes to Me cartoons themselves. I don't have much knowledge of watching the other segments on it, Piff Possum and Tin Star. So, you know, I'll probably give Still Comes to Me a C tier for just being okay. What's up? Still Comes to Me was one of the Disney shows that have the layouts in-house. Also, that's another similarity to Ren and Stimpy. For those who don't understand, like with when the production stage with an anime cartoon, like often when it comes to TV cartoons, after the storyboards are done in the domestic studio, you'll pretty much ship them to the overseas studio to like draw the layout poses of the characters. But with the Ren and Stimpy show, and I think with Mighty Mouse: The New Adventures, they pretty much try to revive having the layouts be done domestically in the American studio, since the overseas studios aren't always the most reliable on getting the right, capturing the emotion and expressions that the directors want. Okay, next we have the Timon and Pumbaa series, starring my two favorite Lion King characters. This is a show that I should watch more of, and yet I haven't. But what I have seen of it, I will put in A tier, just because it is Timon and Pumbaa. They were great in the Lion King movies, and they're definitely at home on their own comedic Saturday morning cartoon. And I also like how there were segments with the other Lion King supporting characters, the hyenas, the Rafiki, and Zazu as well. So yep, Timon and Pumbaa are on A tier. And Fran, I know you're a fan of it. Just want to ask you, do you know which episodes have Nathan Wayne voice Timon? I know he's often voiced by the two sound-alikes, but with the episodes of the show where he's voiced by Nathan Wayne, I'm not too sure which ones exactly, but I know it isn't much. So feel free to let me know. And next show is Quack Pack, which is updating Huey, Dewey, and Louie for the 90s, with Donald as their foil. So yeah, Huey, Dewey, and Louie are hip teenagers trying to do what Goof Troop was trying to do and having it be appealing to the 90s kids, but from what I heard, that they do it the best way. It's no DuckTales. I haven't seen a full episode of Quack Pack yet, only the theme song, which is admittedly catchy. I feel like quacking, so I think I will. Yep, those are the first lyrics there. Okay, let's see what else. Oh yeah, Yo Yogi. Yeah, that's another good way of comparing it. It is similar to Yo Yogi from Hanna-Barbera, in which they turn Yogi and his friends to teenagers being hip and cool. And yes, Norbert, I have seen The Lion King 1.5, which is The Lion King from Timon and Pumbaa's perspective. And yes, I've seen it a few times and thought it was good, but I don't know, I enjoy Simba's Pride more, but again, it's Timon and Pumbaa, they rarely fail to be amusing characters. Let's see. Okay, so Bora Bora, I believe Fred had mentioned that it's an episode of Timon and Pumbaa where Nathan Wayne voices Timon. Okay. Next we got Mighty Ducks, the series. Another show where the theme song is more worth remembering than the cartoon itself. I saw some episodes of it on Disney Plus, and yeah, it's ducks who play hockey and some sci-fi stuff going on. Oh, speaking of theme songs, I forgot to mention that Still Comes to Me theme song is really freaking awesome. Got this rock guitar tune going on, and also the music is composed by Drew Newman, who also did music for Grim and Evil and Real Monsters and The Wild Strawberries. One of my favorites, one of my favorite composers. Yeah, but with Mighty Ducks, it was okay. But this show is even better. The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, pretty cute stuff. Like, it's hard to dislike Winnie the Pooh and his friends. This too has a lovely theme song. Recently I was watching episodes of it on Disney Plus a few years ago, and not to mention what's this, I forgot the name of the user, but it was a YouTuber who was doing a retrospective on the show and bringing up some points that I never really thought that much about. Like, apparently, like, it's okay for Pooh and his friends, like, they actually go outside of the 100-acre wood, so it pretty much raises questions on, like, whether or not Pooh and his fellow stuffed animal friends, they're really sentient animals, or they're just figments, or their sentience is just figments of Christopher Robin's imagination. I don't know. But yeah, I'll give Winnie the Pooh a low A tier. Not one of the greatest cartoons I've ever seen, but solid and charming, just like Pooh Bear in general. And yeah, I have heard of PB&J Otter, Zeke. I mentioned earlier that I'm happy to hear that recently was added on Disney Plus. Maybe I should rewatch it sometime. Oh yeah, Moby fans point out that Mighty Ducks and Season 3 of Timon and Pumbaa are done by Studio B. Oh yeah, I think I have heard that before, and I know that with the last season of Gargoyles, which a lot of people don't really like, the Goliath Chronicles, was actually done by Nelvana. That was so cool. And, oh, what's up, Dr. Jazzman? Nice to see you here. I know that you're a fan of some of these shows, like, for example, Darkwing Duck. Let's see where I'll rank them. Oh, and Jungle Cubs too. Nice. Yes, those weird Who's Adventures crossover series on the internet. What are my thoughts on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? Oh yeah, since it's not on this template, I'll say that I did like it as a kid. The songs were catchy, especially the hot dog song at the end of each episode. Yeah, it was a cute show for what it was. And also like how Pete was at his nicest. Because it was a preschool show, they couldn't make him be too mean. Nightmare Ned. I haven't seen this. I know the creator of Two Stupid Dogs, Donovan Cook, is behind it. Well, I don't know, no, he wasn't the creator, but he was one of the producers, and I hear some episodes of it were lost for a long while. Yeah, I haven't seen a Nightmare Ned yet. And next we got Fillmore. Yes, now this show I'm more familiar with. But again, it's another case of the theme song is more memorable than the show itself, but I'll give it credit for being creative with the concept of it being these middle school kids who are basically in this portrayed as, you know, the typical buddy cop series. And yeah, I remember Fillmore himself being a chill guy, similar to Sticky from the Proud Family, of course voiced by Orlando Brown, but we don't talk about him much, which is probably why Fillmore isn't on Disney Plus yet. Like, at least on the Proud Family and That's So Raven, he plays a supporting character really, but Fillmore, he's the star, so it's a bit might be a bit iffy for them to have it on Disney Plus. But then again, is Drake and Josh available on Paramount Plus? I'm not sure, despite Drake Bell's controversies, but I don't know, I might give Fillmore a solid B. It was simply good from the world that I remember it. The last time I watched it was like 3 years ago. I still rewatched some more episodes of it. And The Wuzzles, which is technically the first ever Disney cartoon made exclusively for TV. I haven't seen it yet. I know what it is. It's basically Disney's attempt of casting in on Care Bears have these cute animals that are a hybrid, like we got a hippo and a bunny mixed together, and a lion and a bumblebee. In fact, if anything, I remember the robot chicken sketch that pretty much talks about how these Wuzzles came to be, and obviously it's very not safe for work. Let's see. Okay, so Drake and Josh is on Disney Plus, apparently. Okay. And yes, Bill Farber is the voice of Goofy, and the most memorable voice of Goofy too, thanks to his work in Mickey Mouse Works and House Mouse and Goof Troop, and of course on the Goofy movie. I'm sure some of you folks are fans of that movie. Okay, yeah, Moby fan is mentioning that Nightmare Ned was Lost Media, but all of the episodes are available on YouTube, based on the original airings. And yes, the creator of Two Stupid Dogs is involved. Okay, I might check it out. And yeah, Nightmare Ned was a game originally. And yes, Disney and Nirvana will later collaborate on Handy Mandy as well. Now let's, Blue Gal 19's here, welcome. And she says that she has seen a show recently that wasn't on Disney Plus. It's House of Mouse, which she thought was pretty mediocre. Yeah, no, it's not perfect, but I don't know, I'm still trying to save my thoughts for later. Welcome, Kristen. And no, I haven't checked out the animatic for the Kingdom Hearts series yet. I have no much familiarity with the games either. I'm sure it will be an interesting watch. I know that was one of the best, I heard it's one of the best Lost Media finds of 2022. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys in the chat a bit later, as we go back to ranking. Next we got Doug, Disney's Doug, which, okay, so Doug isn't really that good of a show to begin with, not even with the Nickelodeon one. Like, I respect it for paving the way for better slice of life cartoons, some of which are here, but it was just fine. But I'll admit, this is a hot take. Get ready for this. You might want to open your window because it's gonna be really hot with this hot take. I find Disney's Doug, or Disney's brand spanking new Doug, to be even more binge-worthy than the Nickelodeon Doug. Yeah, I've been watching it on Disney Plus since 2020, and I'm surprised with how amusing it is. Still not a great show, but I don't know, I find myself more captivated by whatever absurd and ridiculousness with the characters of Doug and his friends there. Like, although some things that the Nickelodeon verse established, they were maintained in the Disney verse, and like, for one, Doug is still among the least interesting characters compared to the supporting characters like Skeeter and Roger and Mr. Dink. Are they as fun as they are in the Nickelodeon show? I don't know. Like, they're equally as amusing, I guess. But yeah, Disney's Doug, not a great show, but I don't know, somewhat just as watchable as the Nickelodeon one. And yeah, the animatic for the Kingdom Hearts pilot was done by Seth Kersley, the director of 8 Crazy Nights. Yeah, I just found that out, just realized that recently. 8 Crazy Nights, I do have mixed feelings about that movie. Beautifully animated, but some nasty moments in it, funny moments too. Okay, next we got Jungle Cubs, the more obscure of the two Jungle Book spin-offs compared to Tailspin. I haven't seen it, although I heard that Seth MacFarlane was actually a writer on at least one of the episodes, Yeah, he did some freelance writing work before he went to Hanna-Barbera and before he would do Family Guy. He wrote on Jungle Cubs and then on also on the Ace Ventura Pet Detective cartoon at Nelvana. That was an interesting bit of trivia to find out about. And I hear from Kristen that Steph also wants to do stories for Cat Dog as well. I'm not sure on the source of that, but that is amusing as well. And next we got 101 Dalmatians, the series. I remember this was one of my earliest introductions to the Disney version of it. I do remember Lucky and Cat Pig and Rolly, Cat Pig and a Spot. Yeah, those two characters were made exclusively for the series. So I felt a bit bummed out that Cat Pig and Spot the Chicken, they weren't in the original movie because it was a while before I actually watched the original movie. I think that would be around 2010. But when I was little, I had a book adaptation of the original 1961 film. But yeah, I remember 101 Dalmatians the series being pretty good. Well, sort of good. Like, I don't know. Again, the theme song is more memorable than the song itself, but I don't know, I feel like I might give it a low B tier. I definitely remember. I also remember that green pug. Lieutenant Pug, he was the bossiest, one of the bossier characters around the farm, along with what's his name? That Dalmatian pup with the 3 legs. He was sort of a jerk too. But yeah, I'll give 101 Dalmatians a low B tier. Let's see. Nope, it's not a Cat Pig. It's a Cad Pig. Yeah, exactly, a Moby fan. Let's see. Anything else? Hey, yep, we're gonna be again to a Recess Outlaw 3000, and I'm gonna give it a tier. Spoilers for well, my next rank kids. I enjoy Recess slightly, well, actually, a little bit less than the other cartoon that Paul and Joe created that's featured here, but of what I have seen of Recess, it's definitely a good. The cast of characters that we see during Recess time is good, and the supporting characters like Miss Finster and Principal Prickly. Yes, they're entertaining as well. Yeah, I'll give Recess an A. And also a kick-ass theme song as well. And next we have another notable One Saturday Morning series, which I do like a little bit less. It's Pepper Ann, or as I like to call it, Disney's prototypical answer to As Told by Ginger, but not as good, but with a better art style. Yeah, I know this came out like 3 years before Ginger, and of what I've seen of it, it is a pretty solid slice of life cartoon. I do like Pepper Ann herself, and yeah, the creator of Codename Kids Next Door, Mr. Warburton, was the lead character designer on it. Yeah, when I was looking at it, I was thinking, you know, this art style looks similar, or familiar, I should say. And then I found out, oh, it's Tom Warburton who designed the characters. So yeah, Pepper Ann gets a B from me. It was good. And yes, you're right, Zeke. The voice of Mikey and Recess did pass away a few years ago. Rest in peace to him. And yes, I do know that Antoine Anaconda and Pepper Ann share the same creator, Sue Rose, who also did Unfabulous live-action Nickelodeon sitcom. But I remember watching it on Netflix. It was pretty, it was good. It was during my Ginger phase of watching these different slice of life shows about teens. And okay, so where do I put Hercules the series? I remember watching this too. I might give it a B. I love how they have Zero the Hero as the theme song, which is my favorite song in the Hercules movie. And Yep, this is another movie which I remember feeling a bit bummed out that the characters created for the show did appear in the movie, like Icarus and Cassandra, who are Hercules' classmates in the show. They didn't exist in the movie. But yeah, I know there was the crossover with the TV show, or the other movie that John Musker and Ron Clements directed, which was the Aladdin crossover, Hercules and the Amazing and the Arabian Night. Thought it was a solid crossover with Jafar and Hades teaming up, the two best Disney villains teaming up. But from what I can remember, I don't think Eeyore was in it. Was he? If not, that was too bad. My thoughts on Ryan's performance. Yeah, she's a good voice actor. I remember her best for voicing with Weezer on the Looney Tunes show, and also Bubby the Whale from The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. And yeah, I think you'll point out that she is one of the muses and Hercules as well. Yeah, really good voice actress. And next we got the Weekenders, another show just like some of the others that are here, that should be on Disney Plus, but for some damn reason it's not. And yeah, I remember liking the Weekenders quite a bit, enough to give it a, I'll probably give it a B tier. Hopefully I'll get around to rewatching it, but I will say this is another Disney show where it has an amazing theme song by Wayne Brady, one of my absolute favorite Disney theme songs for sure. And yes, Earl Bowen passed away a few days ago. Yeah, I have heard Chris did, and it was just recently I realized the roles that he's played that I'm kind of familiar with. He played Mr. Bleakman from Clifford the Big Red Dog. He was the grumpy curmudgeon neighbor. I remember him. And he also voiced Senior, one of the antagonists in Kim Possible. And also, I realized he's the voice of Vlad from the Evil Con Carne episode Bosco's Day Out. He was the circus trainer from the Russian circus that Boskov originally came from. And in that episode, General Scar called up Vlad to try and get the bear back so that Hector wouldn't have a body anymore. But yeah, rest in peace, Earl. And some moving on to some happier news, I'm gonna give Teacher's Pet I'm gonna give it an S-tier ranking. One of Disney's most underrated shows. I've been a fan of it for over a decade, even though I haven't seen every episode of it, but although I love the voice acting from Nathan Wayne and also Jerry Stiller and David Ogen Stiers, rest in peace to those two, and also like Wallace Shawn and Rob Paulson and Deborah Jo Rope, like really great voice acting. And also, I love Gary Basement's animation style as well. Like, just a wonderful, underrated series about this dog who wants to be a boy, to go to school, to follow his master. Oh, and the movie was really good too, by the way. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. I have not seen it yet. I haven't seen a full episode of it yet. So I can't. So if I were to see it, I might give it either an A ranking or B ranking. Either one, I don't know. Like, it's still a Toy Story, but then again, I didn't really care about the Lightyear movie that came out last year that much. But yeah, I need to put it on my watch list to check out Lightyear. No, I mean Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Yes, the better Buzz Lightyear, better than Chris Evans. Yeah, of what I heard of Patrick Warburn's version of Buzz, he was good. And yes, Toy Story is 27 years old. It's gonna be 28 soon. Very soon it's gonna be 30. Wow. Oh, and Kristen saying that he prefers the DVD version of the pilot movie of Buzz Lightyear Star Command than the TV one. Yeah, Tim Allen voiced Buzz in the pilot movie, but when they aired it on TV, it was Patrick Warburton. Like several Disney shows have their pilots at the movie, and then they split up into different parts to air like in syndication. Let's see. Norbert's asking if Buzz Lightyear Star Command fits in the canon of Lightyear. To be honest, yeah, I was talking about it in the previous stream, but I don't think it really was meant to be. It was supposed to be its own continuity. Like, and I hear that Pixar themselves don't really look fondly on the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command cartoon. Or maybe that was just John Lasseter allegedly not caring about it, I don't know. But yeah, Lightyear was trying to be its own thing, with establishing the Buzz Lightyear lore. Alright, next we got House of Mouse. Put it in S tier. I'm putting it in front of Mickey Mouse Works. Well, for one, because I actually see way more episodes of House of Mouse itself with the wraparound segments more than Mickey Mouse Works in its original format. And two, it's, you know, it's like a quintessential Disney series. You got Mickey and his friends running a nightclub where the guests are the characters from all the different Disney animated canon films, which are my favorite things about the company, and also characters from their short films as well. I know, like, it's not the best, it's not really the best cartoon ever, obviously. Like, if there are any flaws with it, like, I know, some of the more realistically drawn. Oh, hang on. We got a subscriber, Josello, welcome. Yeah, like I was saying, like, if there's one flaw I have with House of Mouse is, yeah, some of the more detailed feature animation characters don't translate that well in on a TV budget. Like some of them look worse than they do in their own TV series, like in Hercules and in The Little Mermaid. But yeah, House of Mouse was, I don't know, a definitive Disney show in my eyes for representing like the best of what the main Disney animation studio had to offer. Or it may just be my nostalgia talking, but no, I really do think House of Mouse was entertaining, with the wraparound segments and the main cartoons themselves. And speaking of the Little Mermaid series, we have it here. I remember watching this many years ago. Like several of these Disney cartoons I remember watching on Family during weekday afternoons or even on the weekend. And The Little Mermaid was one of them. And this is another adaptation of a beloved Disney movie in which they have a character in it who does not appear in the movie, and that being that, I forgot his name, it's that blonde mer boy who Ariel was friends with. He was a character exclusive to the TV show. Yeah, the Little Mermaid show, from what I remember, was solid enough that I might give it a B. Alright, we got another S tier over here, and that is Void in Space. Yes, even as a kid, I've always enjoyed it more than Recess. Recess was good, for sure, but Void in Space was just plain special. Like, the way it executed, well, it's sort of your typical slice of life coming of age story about a boy who's just entering adolescence. But the twist is that it's in space, and he's an alien, and everybody else is either an alien or a robot. I've always was amazed by the execution of taking such a relatively, at that time, sort of overdone topic for a slice of life show. But yeah, I've always loved Void in Space. It needs to be on Disney Plus ASAP, and also in its original aspect ratio, which is high definition widescreen. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And yes, Kurt from Void in Space has the same voice as Patrick Star. And if I have seen the Patrick Star show yet, yes, I have. And it's another bit of animation that I have to sort of question, like, with the continuity of it. I believe they did say that it's supposed to be its own canon, because, you know, Patrick in the main SpongeBob show originally, like, the parrots in the Patrick Star show are different from the ones we saw, like, in the episode I'm with Stupid. And no, I'm not talking about Janet, Marty. Who are those people? Yeah, the Patrick Star show was okay. And yes, Void and Gus from Recess have the same voice. And yeah, that's because a lot of voice actors from Recess, they just hopped on over to Void in Space pretty much easily. That's pretty much a common effect of having more than one show with the same creators. Alright, next we got Timo Supremo. I have vague memories of watching this on a Family Channel, and it was just a few years ago that I watched like the pilot episode of it, and yeah, I know that's pretty much Disney trying to cast in on the Powerpuff Girls. Essentially, we got these 3 kids who go to school, but also they have superpowers with a recurrent rogues gallery, which is just as big and just as weird looking as the Powerpuff Girls ones, but at the same time not as remarkable. But you know what, I'll give Timo Supremo might give it a very low beat here. I did like its UPA J Ward sort of art style, and also I must mention with she's one of the supporting characters, Samantha, who's Dr. Paulson's assistant. C is H-O-E. Alright, so the Legend of Tarzan, very vaguely remember it. I only remember the theme song to it, really, which is, of course, a reprise of Phil Collins' 2 Worlds, 1 Family. But otherwise, I never really watched it. There was a full episode of it, so just put it here. But then again, I'm sort of questioning, with the shows that I implied that I had vague memories of, if I should just put it in the don't remember tier, or if I should just leave it in the haven't seen tier. Like if I just remember their theme songs and not the episodes themselves at all. If I should just mix them up between haven't seen or don't remember. Well, I know for sure I haven't seen Nightmare Net or Wuzzles. I don't know, what do you guys think? And yes, Brian Doyle Murray is in some of these shows. And oh wait, really? The creator of Timo Supremo passed away in 2020. Wow, I did not realize that. Rest in peace to Phil Walsh. Let's see. Yes, Beauty and the Beast was supposed to be a TV show, but they got put together into Belle's Magical World. Yeah, I have seen it, and I also saw the Mrs. Potts Party episode that was in a different video of Belle's Tales of Friendship, which I watched way more than the original Beauty and the Beast movie, unfortunately. Yeah, Belle's Magical World is so bad it's good, especially with the way the Beast acts so childish. Yep, and Albot's favorite character is Rope Girl. Yeah, she and Skate Wet have the same voice actor, which is I forgot her name, but she's also the voice of El Tigre, aka Manny Rivera, and also from Ansi from Welcome to the Wayne. I know you're a fan of it, Norbert, so please remind me of the name of the voice actress. And yeah, Phil also wrote for Recess and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Nice. Oh yeah, I do remember he did wrote for Recess. I remember wording that on TV Tropes. Holy crap, I just realized how many viewers are here. 49, that's almost 50. Wow, that's maybe the most views that I can remember getting for like a live stream. Not counting the premieres of videos, but the live stream. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna be here for, looks like I might be tackling this whole list here. I might as well get to it. And yes, the Proud Family is undisputably S tier. I might put it in between House of Mouse here, or Mickey Mouse Works. Yeah, of course, technically, the original Proud Family was not done by Disney Television Animation, although it's occasionally mistaken to be. It's done by Bruce W. Smith's own animation studio, Jambalaya, which, judging by what I heard in his interview on the Double Toasted Interviews channel, he more or less closed down Jambalaya Studio on his own accord because he got a call from Disney feature animation, which was working on The Princess and the Frog at the time, which you know was predominantly a black anime movie, the first for Disney, for the main studio at least. So of course they have to have one of their masterful black animators on board, and that happens to be Bruce, and he would bring to life Dr. Facilier, who is basically who looks like an evil version of Oscar and Bobby Proud. But yeah, with the Proud Family, I mentioned this before, but it's definitely a show that, sure, it was definitely enjoyable as a kid, but when you look back at it, wow, I'm impressed with how well they dealt with these serious issues. And while we're at it, you know what? I feel like just rank the reboot, the Proud Family of Wilder and Prouder, which was produced by Disney Television Animation, and I just I might go convenient and put it in the same ranking as the original one. Okay, maybe some things about it aren't better, but for sure the animation's better. And I mentioned this before, but it was a revival that I was anticipating for a while, and when it came out, it was definitely worth the wait. Let's see. And yes, Jambalaya's show that they did other than the Proud Family was The Boom Crew. I saw a couple of episodes of it on Tubi TV a few years ago. Honestly, it wasn't that terrible. Like, I agree, it's sort of stupid that the kids, they make their own game and then get sucked into it, and yet they don't know how it works, or how the world works, even though they coded the game themselves. But I don't know, it didn't infuriate me at all. I don't know, but some tells me that Bruce isn't so proud of the Boom Crew, because I never hear him even talk about it or really mention it by name in the interviews of it, the interviews with him that I heard. Let's see. And yes, Bruce W. Smith was assistant animator on Garfield on the Rough. Yeah, I did spot his name on the credits, and really happy to see that. But as I talked about in one of my YouTube shorts, he was not a writer on Thundercats though. It was a different Bruce Smith, and of course Bruce joked about it and said, you know what if I were that other Bruce Smith who got these royalty checks that were just sitting around for decades? Yeah, let's see. Yes, Wilder and Prouder was animated by Wild Brain. Not the American one, but the Canadian one. Yes, I know. And Snippo Animation Studios, and I think they're in the Philippines. They did some episodes too. I love their work on the Warburton animation, so of weight. Okay, next we have Kim Possible. And where do I rank her? Recently I have rewatched Self the Soul on Disney Plus. I won't give some of the points to this. It has really good art style by Steven Silver, whose book I have, his character design book. It's really helpful. a memorable theme song, Call Me, Beep Me if you want to reach me, and some memorable villains like Dr. Draken and Seagull and Duff Killigan, and also we got D and Amy, and I'm trying to remember the other ones, Monkey Fist, yeah, and also I already mentioned Senior, and also Senior, Junior. So yeah, where would I put it? I don't know, I haven't done a serious rewatch of it, but I don't know, my instance tell me I might give it a, a whoa A tier. And we will this the series, another show that I remember watching as a kid. Another thing I still remember, I still mentioned is, with some of these shows, not only do I may remember the theme song way more than the shows themselves, but also their online games. I used to play the hell out of the games of We Won't Stitch the series and Kim Possible, and also I remember there was a Weekenders game too, which is pretty much similar to the one that the kids play in the intro where they're shooting these asteroids. But yeah, with We Will Stitch the series, I keep saying to myself that I need to rewatch it, but I remember it being very irritating with Weevil and Stitch and their friends catching these different experiments that Jumbo has created. Pretty much Disney's answer to Pokemon. So yeah, I'll give it an A tier from just remembering how much I enjoy it, even though it's been a long time since I watched a full episode of it. And a similar thing will be with Dave the Barbarian. Yes, I love this one. Especially the episode where the narrator is more or less hypnotized by the main villain, Chuckles the Silly Piggy. So Chuckles takes over the show. In general, Dave the Barbarian loves its meta, fourth wall breaking humor. And you know I love when shows do that. So yeah, I'll give Dave the Barbarian an A, but it needs to be on Disney Plus ASAP. I'll probably put it after a recess here. Okay, let me catch up. Robert's asking if I may do one for the Canadian kids channels. Yeah, I did see a template that has different semi-obscure or just plain obscure Canadian cartoons. If you guys want me to do that around Canada Day, I may do so. Okay, what else do we have here? Zachary saying, fun fact, the Proud Family is the first Disney Channel original series to be animated. Yeah, but you know what? I've been hearing some debate about that, because technically some of the shows that have that are best known for airing on Disney Afternoon and syndication, they technically have aired on Disney Plus. I think, sorry, not Disney Plus, Disney Channel first, back in the 90s. I think Bonkers was one of them, and even also DuckTales as well. Not 100% sure, but you know, just to make things more convenient, yeah, I do agree. The Proud Family is more or less the best or first Disney Channel cartoon made exclusively for that channel. Although I heard it might have been made for one Saturday morning at first before they switched to the main Disney Channel. Let's see. Wow, I'm just amazed with how much of you guys are enjoying this. If you are, make sure you do hit the like button. And if those who are new and just tuning in, make sure you subscribe as well. And now we're gonna move on to our next show, which is Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Also needs to be on Disney Plus. I remember playing the game of it. My favorite being the one where Mr. Whiskers has to catch or collect all of these eggs to this muscular crocodile. From what I remember of Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, I'll give it a B. It had a catchy theme song as well. You know, take a drink whenever I say, this show has a catchy theme song. This show had an awesome Frost game. And yeah, it's the same thing with American Dragon Jake Wong. It had a catchy theme song. I watched some episodes of it recently on Disney Plus. It was pretty good stuff. where'd I rank it up? Maybe around here. And yes, I know that Zuko's voice actor, Dante Bosco, is the voice of Jake Wong himself. And he does good, and not really too distracted, honestly. I mean, it's because with Jake, he's a more energetic character than the more monotone, deadpan Zuko. Oh, by the way, the episodes of Jake Wong I've been watching mostly were the first season, which had the original art style. I know they changed it in the second season, and yeah, not really a big fan of the... Even as someone who's not really a big fan of the show itself, I agree. The season 2 redesigns are, I don't know, not as cool. Like, they made Jake's dragon form skinnier from what I can remember. Oh, and the Jonas Brothers sang the theme song for season 2? Oh, I didn't know that. And yes, Charlie Adler is the voice of Mr. Whiskers, one of the roles that I often forget he plays, honestly. And yes, I am wearing an Amphibia hoodie that I designed myself, Zachary. Thanks for noticing. It's my best-selling design on TeePublic. You can get it for yourself. The link to my TeePublic store is be in the link to be in the description. Alright, the Buzz of Maggie. Don't remember much of it, other than the theme song and also the games of it. So, I'll put in. I know I have seen episodes of it, but I don't know, I just don't remember much of those episodes I see, like on Family Channel. So I'll put in the don't remember. I mean, I know what it is. I know it's about Maggie, who's a teenage fly, who's voiced by Jessica something another, who will later go on to be the voice of Wind Wild Jr. and Woosie Wild on the Wild House. But yeah, I know I have seen it, but I don't remember the episodes themselves too well. I remember the theme song more, and also the games, and I also remember having, of course I was young then, but I remember having a weird crush on Dawn, who's the popular girl voiced by Tara Strong. Yes, I had some weird tastes and crushes as a kid. But yeah, Buzz on Maggie, I technically saw it, but I don't really remember much about it to put it in here. And next we have Marsupilami. Now for sure I haven't seen it, although I have seen the Stuckers and Meat segments that were made for it, so I'm not sure if I should, I might as well just put it in the haven't seen, because I'm going by the show as a whole. I highly doubt this will be a show that will air on Disney Plus anytime soon because of the I don't know, for licensing reasons. As you may know, Marsupilami is a Belgian comic character, so it's different people who own him. Although the gorilla who Marsupilami is friends with, that's a Disney creation. I think his name is Maurice. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Marsupilami except for the theme song. And yes, I do remember that, I do know that Marsupilami and Bonkers, they started off on Raw Tunage, which is basically Animaniacs before Animaniacs was a thing, premiering the year before, technically. And spoiler alert, I haven't seen that one either, except for the theme song. And maybe a bit of the cold open, but otherwise I haven't really seen it. A full episode of it. Alright, The Emperor's New School. I'll give it a B. I loved the Emperor's New Groove movie. The sequel, Kronk's New Groove, was okay. But the show itself, it was better than Kronk's New Groove, that's for sure. It had some of the things that made the original movie funny. Maybe if, for what I heard, they might have overdone it. But of the what I see, I rewatched it on Disney Plus, at least the first couple of episodes, and yeah, it's enough for me to give it a B tier. But I remember sort of dreading it when it came on this ABC Kids. Yeah, this and the next song I'm gonna talk about, the replacements. I remember when they were the only cartoons airing during the final dying years of ABC Kids. Then they repeat those same episodes, the same episodes of Zack and Cody, That's So Raven, and Hannah Montana, and then Power Rangers. That was like when Saturday mornings on American broadcast TV were just dying out. Oh, and The Emperor's New School has an awesome theme song too. K-U-Z-C-O, Cusco, Cusco, let's go! And next we have the replacements. Let's see, another one with a memorable theme song, and it has some great voice talent behind it. My beloved Gray DeWio is the voice of Riley, and Nancy Cartwright voices Todd, and Darren Norris is basically doing his Timmy's dad's voice as Dick Darren, and we got Kath Soucie voicing yet another cartoon MILF with Agent K, and yeah, I have some things I remember about it, and of what I saw of it, the last time I saw an episode of it was maybe around 2019. I might give it a very low B ranking as well. Probably I'll rearrange these. But other things I remember about the replacements include the talking car, and also that Japanese girl who was voiced by Warren Tom. I forgot her name, but she's always in that sort of Power Rangers or motorcyclist suit. And there's also the fact that it had an art style change too in the second season. I kind of prefer the first season design, at least with the two main characters, but with Agent K, like, she's hot either way. Yes, Catherine Soucie was indeed smashed as Agent K. Yep, it is all about Cusco with the Emperor's New School, and yeah, I do remember the Cusco's Doodles segments. Let's see. And yeah, Moby fans point out that coincidentally, since Rusty Terra passed on, Gray DeWio currently works on The Simpsons at the voice of Martin Prince, Sari, and Terry. So yeah, Gray is once again cooperating with Nancy Cartwright. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. S to the I to the M to the P. Yes, I'm an unapologetic Gray DeWio simp. Alright, Phineas and Ferb. I would give this show a pretty high, I'll give it an A ranking. I remember being pretty hyped up for it when it first came out. I thought it was a cool concept, with the kids building stuff during summer vacation and their sister trying to bust them. And meanwhile, their pet platypus Perry is out on his own adventures trying to defeat the hilarious, not too evil Dr. Doofenshmirtz. But as it went on and grew in popularity, I don't know, I sort of lost somewhat for Phineas and Ferb, but I like it enough to maybe give it a nice solid A ranking. I really like its art style too. Dan Povermeyer and Jeff Swampy Marsh, they know what they're doing with writing a good cartoon. And once again, insanely memorable theme song. It has a song like in pretty much every episode, but not all of them I remember, but for the theme song for sure, and also the one where they have a backyard beach. But I don't remember if they have a song in the first episode with the roller coaster. Okay, next we have Fish Hooks. I'll give Fish Hooks I'll give it a B. And that's, it's mainly because with the involvement of, with some notable Cartoon Network people, Maxwell Adams, Mr. Warburton, and C.H. Greenblatt. Yeah, they're among the producers and the writers on the show. I saw it on Disney Plus a couple of years back, and yeah, I did like the performance of the characters. Uh, with it's one of Justin Roiland's earliest voice acting roles. So yeah, he's basically Morty as a fish when he's playing Oscar. And also Corey's in the house, or rather Corey is in the fish tank with voicing Milo in this. Oh yeah, there's B too, the girl fish. I forgot who voiced her though. Yeah, Fish looks was kind of solid. Yes, as Cookies point out, Maddie is from Zack and Cody is Candace. Yep, but that is Ashley Tisdale. And oh yeah, Starfy, I have heard of the Squirrels in My Pants song. And yes, also Caroline Rhea is the voice of the mother, Wenda, another S-tier Disney Channel MILF. Like, there's a lot of Disney Channel cartoon MILFs, honestly, with Wenda, with Trudy, with Agent K, and also there's what's her name? The Marco's mom from Angie, yeah, Angie from Star vs. the Force of Evil, and Jake Wong's mom, yes. Alright. You know what? How about we take a little intermission? Remember, if you guys are enjoying this, hit the like button. Oh yes, Chelsea Kane is the voice of B. Thanks, Moby fan. And yes, Alex Hurst worked on it as well. Okay. Yes, thank you for pointing out, Zachary. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking a just a very quick break. So let's just give you a moment here. Okay, so I did that as a deliberate transition as I rank the one and only Gravity Falls. And of course, I'm giving it an S ranking. I remember some years ago, I might have put it above the Proud Family, but I think after rewatching the Proud Family, my appreciation for that show grew. So I'll place Gravity Falls a little bit below it, but still one of the best cartoons to come out of the Disney Television Animation Studio. Might as well just put back on the music. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I believe I mentioned this before. Like probably the description of that Mabel Pines animation that I did for its 10th anniversary last year. That I've been interested in the show ever since it was first promoted on Family Channel, and yeah, I was not disappointed at all with watching those that first episode, and as this first season went on, yes, definitely is something special. Up there with regular show as probably my favorite cartoon of the 2010s, and the reasons I love it are pretty much the same as why a lot of other people love it. But I will mention this, I'll admit, and Norbert, you may remember on our first live stream together, like, I remember mentioning that when those first promoted, I might have thought that Dipper and Mabel, they weren't siblings, so I thought they were just best friends. But now I know, like, ever since I actually saw the first episode, that no, they're actually twins. Not that the internet cares, of course, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let's move on to the 2013 Mickey Mouse cartoon, done by Paul Rudis, known for his work on The Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory, and it gets an A-tier ranking. I'll admit, a little bit of my opinions on it are mixed. On one hand, it is cool that they do revitalize the more rambunctious side of Mickey, not having be the squeaky clean nice mouse, but maybe the deranged animation is a bit unusual at times for such a character who are so used to seeing being a squeaky clean guy right with Mickey, but I can't deny that it's still great animation art direction regardless. And also, like, of course, Mickey himself was outrageous in an entertaining way, as well as Donald and Goofy and like everybody else. Just a really cool Ren and Stimpy-esque deranged animation style. Like Paul Rudis did good, as well as the other crew members, including Dave Watson, who we know is the creator of Time Squad and currently the showrunner of the Cuphead show, and also Tara Billinger, I think that's her name, the creator of Wong Gong Gouch, a pilot that I still wish we'll get more of. That has beautiful art direction in its own right. And while we're at it, let's talk about, just skip over to The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, which is just the same damn show. Okay, the only differences are The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse is now exclusive to Disney Plus, and the name is different, obviously, and we got the theme song at the end credits is slightly different. Otherwise, it's the same damn show. It makes you wonder why could the 2013 cartoon be named The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse to begin with? It's a more distinctive title than just Mickey Mouse. But yeah, the praise that I gave the 2013 Mickey Mouse cartoons, like the ones that originally aired on Disney Channel, apply to the ones that have aired on Disney Plus too. Let's see. Yes, Tara Billinger is also working on the Clone High revival. Yeah, I know. I did see the art that she posted to tease the teaser, to tease the upcoming reboot. I'm a casual fan of Clone High. I only see like the first few episodes of it, but yeah, I'm mildly excited for it. Yeah, and it's supposed to be coming out. I don't know if it's even this year or so. I don't even know if it's still gonna be on HBO Max, especially considering their situation, but we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, Zachary said that Gravity Falls basically defined the jokes used in later Disney TVA shows. Yeah, and not just with the jokes, but also it really popularized cartoons having not only having just as strong of an appeal to adults as they are for kids, as they did like even during the 90s and 2000s, but also like to bring on more story-driven conventions. Oh yeah, Norbert pointed out that he remembers on our first live stream that when we were talking about Gravity Falls, and said not to spoil anything, and Twisted Dance was in the chat saying, Mabel gets pregnant. Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody on internet has made that disturbing image. And yes, Maple and Louise from Bob's Burgers are voiced by Kristen Shaw. I'll admit, of the two, Louise is probably the most tolerable of Kristen Shaw's roles, even though they're pretty much the same voice. But Mabel's is a bit goofier considering her personality, while Louise is more of a more mischievous type. Now, let's see. Oh, Woo Bird is mentioned that they love my art style, the cartoon way that I do looks great. Thank you very much. Let's see. And Cookies point out the clips on the floor when I did that 10th anniversary animation. Yep, but I have to put in those details, just like how Gravity Falls itself likes to put in little things that they want the fans to decode. Dark Child Williams, welcome. Yeah, let's see. Cookie Dylan just subscribed. Okay, awesome. Glad you did that, pal. All right, let's move on. Next, we got Wander Over Yonder, the third show from Craig McCracken, which I'll give a B tier. It's not as good as his Cartoon Network shows, honestly. I know some people were disappointed that it ended on a cliffhanger. From what I've seen of it, even more recently, I watched the first couple of episodes or so on Disney Plus. One thing I do love about it is its art style. It's basically Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends in space, but with a thicker style to it. And yeah, I did like Wander himself, played by Jack McBrayer, I think that's his name, who voiced Fixit Fields Jr. on Wreck-It Ralph 2, and also the original Wreck-It Ralph. And also April Winslow as what's her name? What is her name? His horse, Wander's horse. Sylvia, that's it, it's Sylvia. And Board Hater and Commander Peeps, they were pretty amusing antagonists. Okay, Descendants Wicked World, I don't think I have seen it. And Tangled the series, I want to check it out. I hear really good things about it, although I hear that, spoiler alert, that Rapunzel's new friend Cassandra, I don't know, she becomes evil at one point, and that's when fans start to hate her. But I don't know, I still have to check it out for myself. I do like its art style. It's done by Mercury Filmworks. They've done a lot for Disney, actually, including the new Mickey Mouse cartoons, and also the Lion Guard, the Lion King TV show on Disney Junior. Big City Greens, I'll give this an A ranking. Put it around here, maybe exit Timon and Pumbaa here. And yes, in this era of Disney being more obsessed with story-driven cartoons with war and arcs, Big City Greens is something that is sort of relief for those who prefer the more episodic stuff. And yeah, I did like the family dynamic with Cricket and Tilly and their dad and their grandma, and also Irwin. I mean Remy, and that's his name, but he does basically look like Irwin from Billy and Mandy, but without a nose. Alright, Gummy Bears, whoa, we got another subscriber, Albot 3000, you finally subscribed, dude, thank you. Oh yeah, Yang Yang Yo was story-driven. Oh yeah, although, to be honest, I didn't know that, Kristen, because, spoiler word, I did watch, you know, I might have seen a little bit of it, but otherwise, no, I don't know, okay, I'll probably put it a don't remember, because I swore I did see it on, a little bit of it on Family Channel back when they had a JetX block on Family Channel on Saturday mornings, but yeah, I'll probably just put it in the don't remember. Just to let you know that maybe like when I'm done with this, I'll rearrange the placements of the shows. But yeah, Kristen, I was technically talking about the shows, the more modern shows of Disney since the 2010s that, you know, stuff like Amphibia and Owl House and Gravity Falls and Star Versus, they're more into being story-driven, whereas Big City Greens is more episodic. So, to those who don't really care to follow all the war, they just stick with something more breezier and more grounded, but also cartoony with Big City Greens. Gummy Bears, our standard theme song, which is catchy. I've not seen it, so gonna put it here. I haven't seen a full episode of it yet. Yeah, Norbert, still no D or F tier show. I don't know, there are barely any Disney shows that I truly, honestly, there's not a lot of cartoons from the main channels, the main free American Kids channels that I really despise, or stuff that I don't really care about for sure, but I don't know, not that I not a lot that I hate when passive. And not even Pickle and Peanut. But yeah, I haven't seen that one either. Other than like the theme song and a certain cartoon reviewer's review of it. Yeah, people say that it's basically Disney trying to cast in on breadwinners, which wasn't well liked either. Just have these photographs of something with a thing and then put cartoon faces on it. But otherwise, like, I never watched Pickle and Peanut, or maybe I have, but I'm not sure. I might have on Disney XD, the Canadian one. I don't know. I might, but I'm not too sure. I don't remember for sure, so I'll just put it here. And yes, Pickle and Peanut is from the same creator as Fisthooks and Almost Naked Animals. Fisthooks is easily the best show from Noah T. Jones. Almost Naked Animals was okay at best. And he did another show. He worked on another show that's in this list here as well. We'll get to it when we get to it. Well, let's talk about Amphibia. Yes, I mentioned this before, but it's definitely one of Disney's best shows since Gravity Falls. I'll give it a ranking next to the Mickey Mouse shows here. Or yeah, I'll put it in the A ranking. I mean after Mickey. And it's too bad that Jason isn't here to isn't in the chat, because of course I have to mention that he influenced me into becoming a big fan of it. Yeah, I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed like the world building, and yeah, especially the finales, like both the finales to all three seasons, with season 2's finale being the most epic, and also really surprised that no spoilers yet. I know you haven't seen it yet, Norbert, or maybe you have, I don't know, but yeah, like no major spoilers. Even though I did kind of imply there was even though I did give a spoiler, like with the finale, with the series finale, that yes, Anne has to say goodbye to Sprig. Yeah, Amphibia is awesome, and the Owl House is similarly awesome too. I only seen the first season of it though fully on Disney Plus. I'll probably rank it. Let's see. Might put it. Just put it beside Amphibia right here. The Owl House has really good stuff going for it in the first season. I enjoyed its characters, especially King, voiced by Alex Hurst, and also Ida, the Owl Lady, and Hootie, who's also voiced by Alex Hurst. And Ida is voiced by Wendy Malick, a very talented Starkey actress. And the main character, Wooz, I appreciate how Dana Terrace created her to be neurodivergent, which more or less means that she is on the autism spectrum. So that warrants just as much appreciation for me for the Owl House, like as much as like the other good stuff that the show had going for it. The Ghost of Molly McGee is still not on Disney Plus yet. I really want to watch it. It has Dana Snyder, aka Master Shake, as the ghost himself, Scratch, and has excellent art style going on. I hope it does come to Disney Plus soon. Like, of the clips that I've seen of it, yes, Dana Snyder is definitely the highlight, as I expected anyway. So yeah, otherwise, other than the clips, I haven't seen a full episode of it, so it's still going to this tier here. Yeah, and Super Monkey Robot Team Hyperforce Force Go, one of the most epic titles ever, and I haven't seen the show yet either. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. And yes, Wendy Malick is not just Ida, but also the principal from Fillmore, and also sees the voice of Pacha's wife in The Emperor's New Groove, and in The Emperor's New School as well, I believe, and also Beatrice Horseman in BoJack Horseman, and also sees Mrs. X from The X's. Again, a talented voice actress. I believe she's in Kim Possible as well. Okay, you know what I was thinking? Hey, don't mind, I'm just gonna do a little poll in the chat. Just give me a moment. Which is better? And you guys could also vote on it, maybe up until the stream is done. No. Damn it. Let me try again. Okay, so I was gonna put up a poll in the chat, which show is better, Amphibia and the Owl House, but seems like I have to start over again because I actually add a third option. Give me a moment here. Okay. Yeah, so you guys can vote which is better, Amphibia or the Owl House, as I continue. And yeah, Super Monkey Robot Team Hyperforce Go, the most random title along with Pink Open Air Cricket. And there's also this cartoon, this French cartoon called Boy, Girl, Cat, Dog, Cheese, Mouse, I think that's, I don't even know if I said the full title of that, like, yeah, probably the person who created that show did take lessons from the creators of Pink Open Air Cricket. Okay, next show is Get Ed. It's a CGI series that I haven't seen it either, but I know it's from the creator of Ned's Newt, The Wait, and The Night, who also directed Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, as I mentioned in a previous holiday stream. And Kit Bukowski, I haven't seen an episode of it either, but what I do know about it is, yes, it's about a boy who's a suburban daredevil, and I know that the creator of The Wild House was, I believe, a supervising director on it, and also Gray DeWile is in it, basically playing a character who's she's the little sister of Kit Bukowski. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, she's basically a prototype of Wawa Wild, you know, a spoiled princess type of character who's in a pink dress. That's, I believe I heard. Yeah, that's pretty much all the knowledge I have on Kit Bukowski. And okay, I'm just gonna skim through these. So yeah, Motor City, I heard good things about it and how it was unfairly cancelled. It's done by Titmouse. It's from like the same people who worked on Mega's XLR. But I haven't seen a full episode of it. And neither have I seen the Tron TV show, or Randy Cunningham, a 9th grade ninja, but I know the creator of Invader Zim, Joan Vasquez, did character designs for it, I believe. Okay, something I have seen, DuckTales. Judging by the logo, it's the original one. And once again, I can't stress enough, its theme song. It's definitely iconic. Life is but a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes, it's a Duckburg. And you know what burr begins with? The letter B, and yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to give DuckTales a B rank. I know it's iconic, but what I've seen of the show itself, I also saw the movie recently, by the way, for the first time. Like, they're decent enough that I could give a B rank. I don't know, I have respect for Scrooge McDuck and his nephews, and to a certain extent, Watchpad and Webby as well. But I don't know, in general, well, several of the classic Disney afternoon cartoons, I don't know, they're just not as great as, say, the ones from One Saturday Morning onward. And yes, Ashley Burns is the voice of Molly McGee, who I believe is also the voice of, what's their name? Is he Enid from OK Kale, Let's Be Heroes? I think so. Yeah, let's see, what else do we have here that I missed before we move on? Yeah, let's see. And anything else that I missed? Oh yeah, Yin Yang Yo is from the creator of Wow Wow Wupsie, Bob Boyle, and also included several Danny Phantom writers like Steve Marmo, Sid Ventress, and Marty Eisenberg. Yep, definitely a lot of fellow people from the Butch Hartman universe of cartoons are working on Yang Yang Yo. Okay, we got the 7D. I know I have seen it, but not enough to like remember it to the point where I could place an opinion on it really. Other than I still can't believe it's supposed to be a spin-off of the classic 1937 Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Like, you would think it'd be Disney doing a completely fresh take on the Seven Dwarfs story with no knowledge of with no thought about the 1937 film. But of what I remember, I remember. I don't know. It's not enough for me to say to give a real paint on it, other than me knowing that it exists. I know it exists, but I don't remember its quality. But the designs themselves. They're good. At least they're good when you don't think about them being related to the original movie. And yes, let me see. Yep, just like our friend is pointing out that Tom Ruegger is behind this series. One of the last things he worked on in the animation industry, correct me if I'm wrong, I know he's not involved with the Animaniacs revival, and I know he was pretty upset about that. Okay, moving on to Pen Zero Part-Time Hero. Haven't seen it, heard of it, but I have not seen an episode of it. Has sort of a cute art style though. Alright, Star vs. the Force of Evil. Now this, I know I would give a nice old, from what I remember, it's pretty much the first few episodes I really remember watching, C tier. Yes, I know, I'm gonna get flamed in the comments. I'm sorry, but Star Vs. is sort of a C tier or so for me. At least for a time being. I have seen, I sort of have plans to rewatch it on Disney Plus, and for sure it has good artistry going for it. Has wicked voice talent behind the characters as well. Once again, I must acknowledge Dre DeLisle voicing. She's the voice of Queen Moon Butterfly. She mentioned about how she really liked voicing that character. But yeah, of the world I remember of Star, of what I see, again, it's pretty early on, maybe my opinion will change, but I don't know, I didn't really care for Star herself. Was a little bit annoying, almost on Mabel levels of annoying, but Mabel was at least more memorable and had more funny moments, but yeah. Again, that's might be more temporary rated. If I watch more episodes, maybe my opinion on it would change. But once again, I must mention that Marco's mom has got it going on. And also, I do like that little owl villain guy. I forgot his name. That short green owl with a skull around his head. I forgot his name. Please correct me. Two More Eggs. I haven't seen it, but I know it's like sort of an salty series. Future Worm. I have not seen it, but I know it's from the creator of this obscure adult cartoon called Out There. That's pretty much the same art style. Yeah, Norbert says, he used to think Star vs. the Force of Evil was called Star Wars Forces of Evil. It was a Star Wars show. Yeah, I understand it. It's just like how people get Disenchanted, which is the sequel that came out for the Disney movie Enchantment. They get it and Disenchantment, the Matt Groening show on Netflix. They get those titles mixed up. Like sometimes Disenchantment is erroneously called Disenchanted. Let's see. Yes, unfortunately, Hulu did get rid of all of the Steven Spielberg produced Warner Bros. Cartoons. Maybe it'll be on Disney Plus. No, not Disney Plus. No, HBO Max. Maybe. But I know here in Canada, I saw that Animaniacs, both versions of it, as well as Piggy and the Brain, are on the Teletoon Plus channel on Amazon Prime. Okay, Milo Murphy's Law. You know what? I might give it, of what I've seen, I'm trying to think, a B ranking or a C tier ranking. BC, British Columbia, before Christ, I don't know, might give it a C. From what I remember, of the what I saw of it on Disney Plus a couple of years back, it was okay. Definitely not as good as Phineas and Ferb, but Jeff and Swampy, they did the best. But among the few things I like about it is the fact that Weird Al Yankovic is the voice of the main character Milo. And also, I love how his dog is named D-O-G. It's basically pronounced, his name is pronounced the same way you spell the word dog. That's cool. And also, I know that Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb, they pretty much pulled a general scar, like how by having Doofenshmirtz be a recurrent character from Phineas and Ferb, all the way move him to Milo Murphy's Law. Just have him be a recurrent character of Milo, because the creators just love him that much. And I know there was a crossover between the two shows, because of course there would be, but I haven't seen that crossover yet. Okay, Billy Dilly's Super Duper Subterranean Summer. I have not seen it yet. I know it's from Aaron Springer, one of the best writers on SpongeBob, and he worked on Gravity Falls and Samurai Jack and Billy and Mandy as well. He did Kogarth of Barbaria, which is a popular Adult Swim pilot. Of the screenshots that I saw of it, I don't know, it seems like Disney is sort of trying to be similar to Santa and Craig, in which it's a cartoon about these kids having fun outside with a lot of gross out humor, with a deranged art style and style of humor that is reminiscent of the 90s cartoons that Nickelodeon would air, like Ren and Stimpy and maybe Real Monsters as well. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna check on the poll that's on here. Okay, so far Amphibia is winning over the Owl House. Nice. Yeah, I see Devins mentioned that Star pretty much became pretty bad in season 3. Yeah, I heard about the finale. Spoilers, I don't know, Star basically, I haven't even seen the finale yet, but I heard that Star basically does something that, I don't know, more or less questions the morality of her character. Or makes us question the morality of her. Okay, so we got the DuckTales reboot. Okay, so technically I have seen it. I saw a little bit of it, like when it was premiering, when it was brand new in 2017. They pretty much they repeated the first episode of it more than once. I haven't sat all the way through with it though. So I'll put it in the don't remember, because even though I have seen it, I don't have enough of an opinion to say that. You know, I probably should have. Let's retitle this as don't remember slash vague opinion. Yeah, I know the V is not really like looking too good here, but yeah. In fact, I might even put might put a couple of the other shows in this category, the haven't seen category, into here after the stream is done. Who knows? But yeah, I heard the DuckTales reboot is just as good as the original one. Would I agree? Maybe. But for now, I'll say my favorite duck show that's story-driven recently from Disney is Legend of the Three Caballeros, which is technically not a Disney television animation production though. If it were here, I would give that show an A ranking. Big Hero 6 series, I have not seen it yet. All I know is that it's from the creators of Kim Possible, Mark McCorkle and Bob Schooley. That's pretty good art style too. Next we got Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, I might give this a B ranking too, along with DuckTales. Once again, a highly memorable theme song. In fact, I do remember watching it and DuckTales a little bit like in my childhood during the early or mid 2000s on Family. And yep, I remember with Chip and Dale, I have slightly more memories of it than DuckTales beyond the theme song. Like, I remember Gadget being the lone female of the group and being the smart one, and also Monty, he loves cheese, and Zipper, he was there, and Fat Cat was the main villain. And I know in more recent years that Indiana Jones and Magnum P.I. were the inspirations for the wardrobes of Chip and Dale, respectively. Oh yeah, and in case you want to know my opinions on the movie that came out last year, it was decent. Sorry had some eyebrow-raising meta references there. Let's see. Okay, so Billy Kimmett's last year voice character in the Owl House episode Witches Before Wizards, rest in peace. That sucks. Not familiar with him, but that's sad to hear. And yep. Oh yeah, that's right. Tress MacNeille is the voice of both Gadget and Chip. I heard, speaking of Tress MacNeille, I heard recently she's no longer the voice of Daisy Duck. I forgot who's gonna be playing her now, but yeah, Tress it seems like she might be slowly retiring from voice acting work. Okay, that's not really the case. She's still active on the Matt Groening cartoons, including the revival of Futurama that's coming up. Well, assuming that she is returning, I'm not too sure. But I know with Animaniacs, the revival ending, and also she was already recasted, or her character in Rugrats, Charlotte, was recasted for that revival. And with Tiny Toons Wooniversity, we still haven't got much updates on it. I know Babs Bunny isn't gonna be voiced by Tress. Okay, so with Monsters at Work, a show that occasionally forget exists. It's the Monsters Inc. TV show. You know what? I might give it a very, very low B tier. Very low. Maybe slightly leaning in towards C. Like, I do like how they incorporate stuff that was established in both the first Monsters Inc. movie and also Monsters University, including with the characters. That's about the most memorable thing that I could say with this movie here. I mean, with the show here. Yeah, it was fine. You know what, yeah, I'll probably give it a C. Maybe sort of in between the edge of the B tier and the edge of the C tier. Okay, let's see if I see their AR comments. Okay, yes, Deborah Wilson. Yeah, she's the new voice of Daisy. She's been voicing her since Mickey Saves Christmas. And of course, Deborah Wilson is known for another Christmas special, Rhapsody Street Kids, but we've been sent as the apparently deliberately unintelligible grandmother. That is one of the most memorable parts about that so bad it's amusing CGI thing. Okay, Tailspin. I remember only seeing really one episode of it, and it's another Disney afternoon show with an awesome theme song, but I'm sorry, I might give it a C tier. Not terribly memorable. I mean, I have respect for the original Jungle Book movie, but with Tailspin, of the little I have seen of it, I don't know, it's just okay at best. But yes, the theme song rocks. Tailspin, tailspin, And another memorable Disney afternoon show, well, at least for most people, is Darkwing Duck. Let's Get Dangerous. Darkwing Duck, I will give a B tier as well. Like, I do quite admire the general concept of Darkwing's character. This overconfident, melodramatic hero who thinks he's greater than he really is. And of course, yes, Jim Cummings was excellent in his performance as Darkwing. And I do like the theme song is another insanely catchy one. Darkwing Duck, when there's trouble you call DW. Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. I hear they're supposed to be, they might be bringing back Darkwing, they might not be, I don't know. Okay, next we got Goof Troop. Probably put it in the same ranking as Darkwing, but with this I do remember watching some of it on Family Channel as well. Well, Darkwing Duck, I only watched 4 episodes of it, like not on Family, but more like I've watched more like on streaming, like on Disney Plus. But with Goof Troop, I do remember it on Family for sure. And I love its theme song as well. And a Goofy movie is honestly a bit better, even though it's a bit disappointing that of Pete's family, we only see Pete himself and PJ. But we don't see Peg or Pistol. But yeah, I do like, after what I have seen of Goof Troop, like, yeah, it's nice we get to explore, like, the relationship with Goofy and his son Max. But of course, a Goofy movie does it a little bit better, like a lot better actually. Let's see. Okay, Albot, see you later. I hope your Wi-Fi gets better. Yeah, King Wooly did disappear from the 90s because of, I don't know, some likeness issues regarding his original voice actor, Wooly Prima. Even in House of Mouse, they say that it's not King Wooly, it's actually King Larry. Alright, so next we got Shorty McShortshorts. Okay, yeah, I remember seeing you Norbert, accent. Where would I rank this? I'll rank it in the haven't seen, because I have not seen an episode of, I don't think I have seen a full episode of it. I do remember the games fondly, like the Boys on the Run games, and so yeah, most of my memories of Shorty McShortshorts are just lived into the games, but I don't remember the show itself. And of course, yes, I have seen the Mysterious Mr. Enter's review of it, and of course, as some of you may know, it's the point where that inspired him to try and create his Growing Around series concept, because one of the shorts in it, Flip Flop, which was about the kids being the parents and the parents being the kids, like he thought the execution of it wasn't very good, so he basically thought he could do it better. And from what I heard of Growing Around, which is currently just a graphic novel, the Poet Whiteley might not be received the best reception as he hoped it would. Okay, Hamster and Gretel. This is the third show from Dan Povenmire. I don't think Swampy Marsh is involved, but I haven't seen it yet either. I believe I heard it's pretty good. It's about this girl and who's a superhero and her pet hamster. Yeah, it seems like Dan Povenmire's pretty much becoming the Seth MacFarlane or Butch Hartman of Disney television animation, in the sense that we got this one creator who created one hugely popular show, so we have to rely on him to like make a couple more. Even though Milo Murphy's Law isn't too successful, and so far Hamster and Gretel seems to be doing fine. And the last show on the list is also one I haven't seen, Disney Channel Chibi Verse, which from what I can tell, it's basically shorts with different Disney Channel cartoon characters in a chibi style, but I haven't seen it yet. And okay, so we are done here, finally. So yeah, so this is my S tier ranking, A tier, B tier, C tier, and no D or F tier. And once again, with the haven't seen category, I probably might rearrange it basically because I'm basically trying to establish the logic that, yeah, I might have seen maybe a little bit of some of these shows like when they air on TV, but the most I remember is their theme song. So otherwise, if I at least ever see their theme song on TV, then either put it in, leave it here, or just put it in the vague opinion category. But otherwise, yeah, we're done here. But before we close off, I'm gonna be catching up with you guys. Yep, 2 hours. Yep, if it wasn't for Mr. Enter, barely anyone would even remember Story McSword. Yeah, there are several cartoons that I do credit Enter for making me be aware of. But of course, I was aware of Story McSword many years before Enter's review. Again, with the games, that was in the mid-2000s. Okay, Vincent, take care. I just, Peg, I do kind of agree, that Fran, not really afraid myself, but Peg, I do remember that Peg was pretty cute, like, as a kid. Not really up there with the Disney MILFs that I mentioned earlier, because he's not even human, but, yeah. Okay, Norbert, you take care. So yeah, once I go over this and maybe do some adjustments to this tier list, I will be posting it. So yeah, it's about time we close off. Alright guys, thank you for the excellent viewership and participation with this stream. Like, you guys gave me some really interesting comments, like I couldn't even catch up with all of them. But yeah, and also you guys seem to have some respect for my opinions, which is good. You know, we all have different opinions on shows, but if we could respect them as long as there's nothing like objectively wrong with them, like, you know, yeah, we could like carry on. And you know, I might as well just end this poll so we could easily conclude that yes, Amphibia is better than the Owl House, and I do agree. Alright guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Once again, I'm gonna be posting the tier list soon. And yeah, and stay tuned for like the other live streams, and yes, Starfy, maybe I'll try out Roblox, just maybe. But I think with the next stream, I'll go with the second most voted option, which is guessing the character. I know you guys really love that one. So yes, thank you guys so much for this really huge participation that you gave the stream. Make sure you hit the like button in case you haven't, and if you're new, subscribe. Yep, so goodbye Fran, and goodbye Nasty, and Ethan, and Starfy. Yep, so take care guys, have a great rest of your weekend.